All right. Good evening and welcome to this active beginners yoga class. My name is Brian and I am delighted and honored to be sitting in here tonight with you for this 45-minute exposition of finding your presence, your center, and your maybe even stillness. A couple things before we start. First of all, remember our first guiding principle, which is support precedes action. So, in that vein, ensure that you have anything and everything that you need to support yourself in your practice tonight available to you. Blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, shawls, chair, tissues. Important to clear your passageways. We're going to breathe a little bit. Anything that you might need to support yourself, anything you think you might need to support yourself, have that available and then utilize it in the practice. Secondarily, remember that it is your practice. So while I will be offering and suggesting and inviting you to do some things from over here, ultimately you are in the privacy of your own space by design. And the only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. So anytime that we're doing something, you find that you've lost your train of connection to the breath, please stop, reconnect with the breath. Anytime you get a little flustered or just feel a little out of sorts, please stop, come back to the breath. Anytime anything feels a little awkward, then evaluate for yourself. Is it just I'm doing something new and it's a little awkward, or is it this is not comfortable, I'm not supported, and then find your supports and move forward from there. Nothing we do here will be very exotic. However, I may introduce some things you've never seen before. I've never taught this class before, so I don't know what your normal routine might be. So it'll all be good though. It'll all be wonderful. So remember, you're in charge. Listen to the wisdom of your own body. Honor that wisdom by giving your body what it's asking for, not what I'm asking for. Anytime you feel that you need additional support, find that support and move into it. Remember, our goal, as always, is to be calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within our own body. So, those are guidelines. We will start with grounding and then we will raise a little gratitude and then we'll set an intention. And then from there, we'll go into some breath work to get ourselves engaged in the breath and feeling into the power of the breath, pranayama, the breath control practices. Then we'll do some movement to open up the body a little bit. We'll come back to seated, do a little more breath work to help us set up for our guided rest or meditative state. Altogether will be about a 40-minute practice. We'll be out of here at 7:45. So my time, wherever time you are. So let us find our supported seat. So whatever that looks like for you, feel into your posture. Find whatever part of your body is in contact with something. Maybe you're seated on a chair with your feet underneath your knees, hip distance apart. Maybe you're seated on a mat or a cushion, your sits bones rooted down. Maybe your elbows might be resting on the armrest of your chair. Whatever part of your body is in contact with something, feel that physical sensation of connection. Bring your awareness to that physical sensation of connection. Recognize that connection as support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? What is it like to know that support is always available in this moment? And then feeling into those physical connections of your body, imagine you could extend roots through those physical connections down into the earth beneath you, holding you firmly and securely to the ground, also being able to absorb nutrients from that ground. Grounding in, as you ground in and down, I invite you to lengthen your side body, lengthen your spine, lengthen through your crown. Experiment with tucking your chin, nodding your head, feeling that release at the back of the neck. Feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And then notice for yourself what happens when the spine elongates and aligns. Maybe you feel the energy body engage and come online. Maybe you feel the chest expand and the heart open. Mystic, notice what you feel. Notice your own experience. And then we'll come into the present moment, and we do that by coming into the breath. So keeping the spine long, keeping ourselves rooted down, begin to turn your awareness to your breathing. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages, and begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Following your inhale into your body, wherever it may go, without stress, strain, or exertion. No extra effort required here. You're already here. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing you need to do. You're here. Breathe in through the nose. Follow the inhale in. Breathe out through the nose. Follow the exhale out. Let go completely, emptying completely. Holding your awareness right there. Be right there with the next inhale and follow that in. And then follow that out. And as you settle into awareness of the breath, maybe you'll notice things begin to slip away. Just allow that to occur. Just be focused on your breath. This is the practice. Can we be still and steady and calm and focused on the breath? That's all we're trying to do here. And then we'll raise a little gratitude. So on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude, any one thing for which you are grateful, perhaps just the possibility of gratitude for you today. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye, and to anchor your gratitude in your heart space, and to hold it there for the duration of your practice today. And then finally, if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale, or to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention might be, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And listening for the echoes of your intention in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart. And if you'd like to offer a benediction to seal your intention, I invite you to do that now as I say, Namo, Namaste. Then release your hands, lift the chin. Make any adjustments you need to your seat so you can be comfortable for a moment. At 3, we're going to do a little breathing here, a little breath work, a little pranayama. And we'll begin with an alternate nostril breath. Now you're going to bring your awareness to your left nostril. Your mental awareness will focus on the left nostril. Breathe in through the left nostril. And then at the top of the inhale, you'll switch the awareness and you'll breathe out through the right. Now, if you have or would like to use a hand mudra to block the opposite nostril while you're breathing, that's absolutely up to you. But we mostly just work on bringing your awareness, inhaling through the left, long, deep inhale, full inhalation, exhaling through the right, emptying completely, extending the exhale. In through the left, out through the right. If you like to make the hand mudra, the middle finger and pointer finger will fold back to the heel of the thumb. The thumb will hang out, little Hale sign, hang loose sign. Thumb will block the right nostril as you inhale left. Ring finger will block the left nostril as you exhale right. Very important in our practice. The body is very still in breath work. The awareness is on the breath in the nostril. The focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed. Or if you're uncomfortable, like many of us are, closing our eyes, it throws our balance off. Just narrow your gaze to something not moving just beyond the tip of your nose. Breathe in here. In left and out right. Find your rhythm and your pace. in your breath and your practice. One more round here. And now we're going to switch that. So switch your awareness and we'll inhale through the right nostril. Switching our awareness at the top of the inhale, exhaling out the left nostril. Noticing what might be different on this side. It's usual. The body's not fully symmetrical, so pollen and congestion may be different. Just notice. No need to make anything happen. Just allow things to be as they are as you breathe in through the right and breathe out through the left. Steady and calm, focused on the breath. Breathing and moving within your own body. One more round here. Release, and the exhale, release the hands to the knees, thumb and forefinger lightly touching, hands on the knees. Be very still. Just notice your experience. Notice what shifted for you. Notice where you feel a shift in your inner being. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale. Cleansing breath, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Make any adjustments you need to your seat in order to be supported. We've got one more breath we're going to do here in this seated posture. This is going to be an introduction to, perhaps an introduction. Maybe you're familiar with breath of fire, a Bhastrika or bellows breath. We're going to breathe in and out through the nostrils. So inhaling and exhaling through both nostrils. Now, if you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, please do not engage the diaphragm. Just take long, deep inhales, complete exhales, just like we were doing for the single nostril. If, on the other hand, you are interested in engaging the diaphragm, the way breath of fire works is we use the diaphragm to support the breath. So we pull back and down on the diaphragm. So if you're not sure what that looks like, imagine pulling your belly button back toward your spine on the exhale. Now you can't see my abdomen here, but my abdomen is pulling back and down on the exhale. On the inhale, we release the diaphragm out and up. And that's the process. So now, do not let the diaphragmatic movement get in the way of your awareness to the breath. If you lose your breath, then you just drop the diaphragm and just breathe in and breathe out. Also, tendency here to get over-engaged on the exhale. Remember that the inhale and exhale are equal in length and in volume and intensity. I will begin with about a 1 per second breath rate just to kind of establish that. You're going to find your own rhythm, your own pace, your own breath, your own practice. We'll be here for literally a minute. We'll see how that goes. So let's settle in, elongate the spine, check in with your supports, take a full inhale, cleansing breath. Sigh it out. Inhale fully to prepare. And begin your breath of fire. Find your rhythm, your pace, your breath in your practice. Body's very still. Awareness is on the breath in the nostrils. Eyes are narrowed to just beyond the tip of the nose or closed and focused at the brow point, the point where the brows come together behind the forehead. Third eye. Very still, very steady, very calm. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation and gently retain this breath. Now, as you're gently retaining this breath, imagine you could lift at the base of your spine, at your pelvic bowl, at your heart. Engage the root lock if you're familiar with that, Mula Bandha. Relax your shoulders down. Let your chin come towards your chest. Engage your chin lock, Jala Bandha. Just be still for a second. And then release your locks, release your breath. Again, go inside, be very still. Allow the breath to come and go. Notice what's shifted for you. Breath of fire can be wonderfully engaging. Very dynamic breath can change your mind state very quickly. Refocusing and recentering yourself in yourself. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale here. Cleansing breath, full inhalation. Sigh it out. And then come around to your mat. And we'll begin in child's pose or wisdom pose here today. So you're going to come around to your mat. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Your hands underneath your shoulders. Press the hips back toward the heels. Now you have an option here. You can take your knees wide and let your torso drop between your thighs, if that's more available and accessible to you. Or you can keep the knees in line with the hips and just bring the torso down onto the tops of the thighs. Your forehead is coming toward the mat. You may want to use your block here to support your forehead at whatever height is appropriate for you. Or maybe your forehead comes to the mat. Arms are extended. You walk your fingertips out a little bit. This is an extended child's pose. Pop up on the fingertips and then press into the fingertips to press the hips back toward the heels. Maybe your hips find your heels. Maybe they don't. No stress, no strain, no overexertion. Find that posture where your head releases and then bring your hands back by your feet. Palms up. This is your child's pose, your wisdom pose. Is there wisdom in this pose? Breathe in. Breathe out. Notice the back is relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Excuse me, the forehead is relaxed. On your inhale, take your arms forward, walk the fingertips out, press back to the heels. Inhale here. Exhale here. Now we're going to begin some gentle movements here. So on your inhale, bring yourself forward. Your torso comes forward initially through this tabletop posture and then continue to move forward. So your shoulders will come out in front of your hands. Your hips will release toward the mat and you'll be in this modified plank posture with your knees down, the tops of your feet down. And then as you exhale, press your hips back toward your heels into that extended child's pose. This is your movement. Move with your breath. Full inhale out over the hands, dropping the hips, lifting the crown, bringing the heart forward. Exhale, press back, hips toward the heels, release the forehead toward the mat. Continue to move at your rhythm. your pace, your breath, and your practice. On your next inhale, inhale out. And then on your exhale, bend your elbows back toward your hips. Let your torso come down onto the mat. Bring your nose, chin, or forehead to the mat. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Thumbs right at the breast line. Drop your shoulders down. Release your elbows toward your hips. Press into the tops of the feet. Feel the knees engage. And then as you inhale, lengthen through the crown. Notice the chin comes up off the mat. The heart begins to come forward. The crown lifts. This is your cobra posture. Breathe in here. As you exhale, just gently release your forehead back toward the mat. And then continue to move with your breath. Inhale. Lift and lengthen through the crown. Come into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Release. Your rhythm and your breath. Dynamic cobra. On your next inhale, inhale up. Retain the posture, but breathe here. So we keep the shape, but keep breathing in and out. Notice that you're maybe rocking a little bit on your diaphragm as you inhale and exhale. See if you can minimize that movement. Stay lifted while breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up to cobra, and then continue to press back. Come back into your extended child's pose. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, come forward into your tabletop posture. So your hands are underneath the shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Check to make sure that you're actually underneath the shoulders and hips. A lot of us think our shoulders are wider than they are. A lot of us think our hips are wider than they are. They're not. So maybe there's one fist distance between your hands and your knees. And then we're going to move through a series of cat postures here. So on the inhale, think about your lower spine and then arch the lower spine. And imagine your belly button dropping toward the mat. Imagine your heart coming forward. Imagine your crown lifting high. Imagine your hips going high. Arching the spine, especially the lower spine. Maybe just a subtle movement, maybe just an inch or two. On the exhale, we'll round the spine, release the crown, the biceps will frame the ears, the hips will roll under, maybe a little movement here to find that length. And then continue to do that, moving at your pace. Inhale, arch and lift, heart and crown come high. Exhale, round and release. Spine rounds, head releases, hips release. Continue to move with your breath, your pace, your practice. Activating the spine here. And as you begin to find the movement, maybe you feel into it, maybe you pick up your pace a little bit, maybe not, it's not necessary. You're moving with your breath. You're getting a little movement in that spine. On your next inhale, come back to neutral, lengthen. On your exhale, curl your toes and press into the ball of the foot. Press back through the heel and the ball of the foot. Notice as you do that, you may feel a little bit of lift there in your knees. As you press into your fingertips and the heel of your palm, your knees may actually come up off the mat. Continue to lift the hips toward the ceiling and the wall behind you. Release the crown of your head toward the mat. The biceps frame the ears, and then allow the heels to drop toward the bottom of your mat. This is your downward dog. Take a breath here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Bend one knee and press back through the opposite heel. Find that length in the back of your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your opposite knee, press back through your opposite heel, find that length. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend both knees, lift the hips up and back, release both heels down to the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Look up between your hands and then slowly walk your feet, little baby steps. Just bring your feet up between your hands, coming into a forward fold. Release the head, release the hands. Stay here for a moment as you lift the hips. Continue to lift the hips up and back, releasing the forehead toward the shins, the crown toward the mat. Maybe you brace for support. Maybe grab your opposite elbow in front of or even behind the legs, providing a little additional support here. Breathing here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. As you exhale, if you're holding your elbows, release your elbows. Bring your palms to your shins for support. As you inhale, straighten the arms, lift the crown, bring the back, torso parallel to the mat, flat back here. Breathe in behind the heart. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. As you exhale, release the hands underneath the face. Inhale here. And then exhale, walk your hands over off the long side of the mat on the left side, bringing your forehead toward your left knee. Keep both legs engaged and long. Breathe into this twist, side body twist. Breathe in. The crown is released, forehead's coming toward the left knee. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you inhale, walk your hands back in front of and underneath the face. Get long through the crown. Exhale, walk your hands over off the right side of the mat, bringing the forehead toward the right knee. Feel that length in both legs. Keep the hips moving up and back. Release the forehead toward the knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. As you inhale, walk your hands back underneath the face. Lengthen the crown. As you exhale, release the hands, release the head. Root into the feet. Bend the knees a little bit. Feel that weight balance in the feet. And then slowly begin to roll your torso upright. One vertebra at a time. Starting at the lower back. Keep the head tucked. Keep the shoulders will come up as the torso comes up. Will naturally roll up and down. The chin will lift parallel with the mat. Hands will extend towards the mat. Crown will lift high. Take a moment here to breathe and to notice the shift as the blood, the head now above the heart, the blood will be returning to the heart. You may feel that shift in your body. Press into the feet. On your inhale, take your arms up, biceps frame the ears, fingertips reach toward the ceiling, straight line lift. This is your tall mountain. Breathe in. On your exhale, release your hands to prayer at the chest. Take a full inhale. Mountain posture. Notice yourself standing on your own 2 feet. All right, we're going to open a little more. Inhale, take the arms high. Interlock the thumbs. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let the fingers move toward the ceiling, maybe a little bit toward the wall behind you, maybe not. We're trying to get long here. It may feel like you're moving your fingers toward the wall behind you. It may feel like your hips are moving forward to the top of your mat. Most of us, we're just getting straight here, vertical. Inhale, get long. Exhale, lean your body to the right. Stay long out of both arms. Stay long out of both legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Switch the interlock of your thumbs. Get long through the fingers and the crown. Inhale. Exhale, let your body lean to the left. Stay long out of both arms and both legs. Imagine you're bumping that right hip a little bit. Staying long out of the lower arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center, get long. Maybe let your fingers, your thumbs move through the wall behind you. Maybe move your hips slightly forward. Maybe a little back bend, maybe not. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the hands alongside the thighs. Turn the palms forward. Fingers extend toward the mat. Full inhalation, cleansing breath. Check in with your gratitude. Check in with your intention in your heart space. Cleansing breath here, full inhale. And a complete exhale. We're going to move through a variation of sun salutation here. So on the inhale, the arms will go high. On the exhale, we'll hinge at the hips and fold forward, coming back into that forward fold. Brace on your shins if you like. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, hinge and fold into a forward fold. And step your right foot back into a lunge. Drop your right knee and the top of your right foot to the back. We'll move through this in sequence. Inhale here. Press down into the right knee and the left heel. Maybe pick up your hands. Maybe bring your hands to your left knee. Stack the palms. Straighten the arms to support the torso. Lift the torso. Sink the hips. This is your supported low lunge. Breathe here. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. If you're comfortable then supported doing so, take your arms high. Interlock the thumbs. Interlace the fingers. Maybe just press the palms. Maybe your hands don't touch. It's okay. You're just looking up between your hands. Full inhalation. Exhale, bring the hands down and frame the foot. Curl the toes and lift the right knee. Step the left foot back to join the right, coming into downward facing dog. Inhale here to a plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or just lower the body to the mat. Release the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the crown, lift the heart, cobra posture. Exhale, lower down, curl the toes, press up to a plank. Exhale, press back to a downward facing dog. Take a breath here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands into your lunge. Drop your left knee in the top of your left foot. Establish yourself here. Root down into the left knee and the right heel. Maybe bring the hands up. Maybe put the hands on the knees. Stack the palms the opposite way. Straighten the arms to lift the torso. Supported lunge. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms high. Find your posture. Exhale, sink in. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the left knee, step the left foot forward to join the right, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root into the feet, rise up through tall mountain. Exhale, release the hands to prayer. Take a breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Now we'll do the other side. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, come through the knee or just come up, arms up. Exhale, sink in. Take a breath here. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the left knee, step the right foot back, come into downward dog. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Curl the toes. Inhale, press the plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Come up through the knee or just take the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, sink in. Take a breath here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the right knee, step the right foot forward to join the left, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, gather as you go. Exhale, release the hands to the breath. Prayer at the chest, take a breath. All right, we're going to do one. That was one complete. We're going to do one more. We're going to try to do a one movement, one breath. I'll cue it and we'll go. All right, inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, lower down, curl the toes. Inhale, press the plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink in. Breathe in here. Breathe out, bring the hands down, frame the foot. Curl the toes, lift the knees, step into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, hands to prayer. Here we go, other side. Inhale, arms high, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway up. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, left knee down. Inhale, up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Hands down, frame the foot. Step back, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, press the plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, get long. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot. Curl the toes, lift the knee, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Release the hands alongside the thighs, palms forward. Just take a breath. Take a minute here, a moment here to take a breath. Let everything settle. Notice your experience. Notice what shifted for you. Allow the breath to stabilize. Support yourself here. Mm. Breathing. Take a cleansing breath here. Full inhalation. Exhale, side out. Bring yourself down onto your mat, on your back. Move into our twist to release, and then we'll go into our guided rest. So bring the heels toward the hips, the knees toward the ceiling. And we're just going to do a simple twist here. So on the inhale, pick up the heels, bring the shins parallel to the mat, knees are over the hips, heels and toes touching, knees touching. Take the arms out from the shoulders 60 to 90 degrees to create space. Lengthen through the crown. Feel the lower spine on the mat. Breathe in. As you exhale, let both knees drop over to the right as you look over your left shoulder. Now, if your knees don't find the floor, that's okay. We're allowing the weight of the legs and gravity to do the work. Your shoulder, your left shoulder in particular, is relaxed and down. If your knees come apart, think about keeping them together. And then maybe you're just thinking about moving the knees away from the face as you breathe in across that big opening in front of the body into the lower left hip. Inhale here. Exhale here. On your inhale, bring the knees back to center, your head back to center. Establish yourself here, and then on the exhale, let both knees drop over to the left as you look over your right shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, you may notice one side, you have a little more mobility, flexibility. Just think about keeping the knees together, moving away from the face. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. On the inhale, bring the knees back to center. Bring your hands to your knees. Wow. And then squeeze the knees into your chest. Lift your nose toward your knees. Maybe you grab your shins, maybe your ankles, maybe even the bottom of your feet. Make a nice tight little ball here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your legs long. Let your toes fall open. Take your heels as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Turn your palms up at your hips. Lengthen your crown. And then imagine you can pull down on your side body so you feel your lower spine on the mat. And then let go. This is your rest posture. Allow everything to just release, be done. You're done. Allow yourself to be done. Settle into this final posture. Release any analysis of your practice. Release any conversation with yourself. Just allow yourself a minute to be just as you are. Let the breath come and go. Release any shaping of the breath, any shaping of the mind, any shaping of the body. Just take a moment to rest in silence. If you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. Scan your body, check for any areas of tension or tightness. Check back into your heart space with your gratitude that you have anchored there, with your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Take a moment here to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. And in this particular moment, perhaps allow one additional thing for which you are grateful to arise. And as you witness yourself in gratitude in your space, I will take this time to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And I invite you to stay here in grateful rest for a bit, if you can. And when you do rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.